my first bank of patches for the Boss GX100. I shared a little quick demo on the Facebook GX100 users group. And I got some comments asking for me to share the file and the information on it. So what I decided that I would do would also be to pair it up with a bass tone that I've tweaked, a clean sound, and then a clean shimmery sound, both of which you can add overdrive to. As far as the cleans, they're very tweakable. Each one of these patches is real tweakable. And I'll do a quick run through of what they sound like. You get the most out of it if you have an extra control switch. If you don't, you can still hold down Control 2 and you'll be able to get into manual mode. I've just added a couple of different options to having the control switch in line. So as well, it's real easy to slide the send and return in here if you have if you have any other pedals that you want to use. But this does, the TSL file that I'm going to have a share link down in the description for, this does not have the send or return in it. The other main thing about this is that Control 1, just like Bank 25 of the users group, Control 1 is going to give you looper control. So it's going to have your start your recording, and then it'll have stop your recording immediately, play with another press. Another single press will have you overdubbing. Do this out of tune as much as possible. Strum a couple chords there. Hit it again, and I'm in play mode. I can go to any one of these patches and start playing. Not very timely on my part, but you know. So, I've added these barefoot buttons because, man, sometimes those buttons are a little bit hard to hit, as you can see. First sound, if you hit the number that we're on, it adds shimmer. Of course, volume control. And control number 1 adds some drive. You can see the yellow light come on when I hit the drive on the software there. And then this one over here seems to be bringing in the shimmer, because if you go over here and you hold the manual mode down, let's say you're in this manual mode and you want to just kind of hang out in here, you then have lost access to that current number. So I can't hit the current number again and bring up shimmer, but now I have access to it again right there. So, and you can also get some space echo. And let's see, the overdrive as well, which is duplicated right there. So you can change those around if you want to. That's just kind of the way I have it at the moment. The one next to it, 24.2, is the same thing, except that I have the expression pedal assigned to bring in the shimmer. I have it controlling the shimmer level. So if I go over to the shimmer section, you can see as I control the level, the effect level, as I control this, and you can see that effect level is moving. So on this one, if you hit the current number, then you get some drive. Okay, so and has a little bit of that delay already in it. This control 1 is going to turn on or off the delay, and then control 2 is going to increase the amp solo level, so it's going to turn it either on or off. And then we go over to number 3, and this is my high gain sound. Volume pedal, you can hit the volume pedal, switch, or the expression pedal switch, and then that treadle becomes a wah. Hit the toe, switch again, go back to volume, and I have it set up so that if you hit the current number, which is number 3 in this case, that'll move to any one of those patches. If you save this to like 011, hitting 1 or the current number, the current patch number, is then going to affect it this way. Turn the current number off. And if I turn my speakers on and turn my mic down, you'll hear I've got this really set up to try to sustain. So let me turn my mic down real quick. So I can get it to sustain and feedback through monitors here. You can run it into, like, I have an orange Rocker 32, and all these are set for stereo. So you can go direct into your interface, select it as stereo, get those sounds. And I could run it into the return of 2 amps, the return of my Rocker 32. This has the cabinet emulation, preamp emulation, all that kind of stuff. I've seen a couple of people asking about how to run this really well with an amp. If that's something, you know, 4 cable method, how to run the GX, like, with taking advantage of the amplifier's preamp. Now, Boss recommends that you run into the returns of your amps in order to really get the most out of the unit. But you can also set it up a different way. If that's something that you want to kind of dive into, let me know in the comments down below. So far we've run through a couple of the sounds in the TSL file. The last sound really is just a bass sound. And I have a little bit of the dry guitar set to be able to be blended in at the foot volume. What do I got? I think I have chorus on current number. I think control 2 is going to be delay. I have it set pretty high just so you can kind of mess around with that whole kind of thing right there. And then I have some gain. So anyway, that's a quick look at what these 4 patches entail. They're all loopable. You can lay down a bass line and then kick over to the clean, or either one of the cleans, you know, this kind of shimmery one or the real drier one. add some drive at that point, and then you could also kick over to number 3 and get a real high gain sound. Click on that current number of wherever you end up sending that patch on that high gain sound, and you're going to be adding some compression, bringing up the amp level. You're going to be bringing up the delay level as well. And what else? I think a little bit of pre-gain. Oh, and I also, on that patch, this is going to be solo volume level for 1 and 2, amp 1 and amp 2. They're not, it's running stereo, but they're not stereo left-right right now. They're parallel and then summed. You can kick it over to stereo. The amps aren't that different that it makes too much of a difference, but it does make quite the spread. And I think I have just a little bit of spread added right now, even though they're summed. So it makes just a difference in the tone. And then overdrive, drive level, and then overdrive level. You can get in and change all of the parameters, just so many different things. I'm not going to do a full review of it. There's a million of them already on the internet, but what I like about it is that this little guy is lightweight, can pretty much do everything that my 52-pound main pedal board can do, but in a much lighter format on a smaller stage. This is perfect. Or if I need to go direct, I just pop the DI XLRs in there, and I have a stereo DI run into the house and get all the different sounds I want. Even with my speakers down, that's sustaining really well. So I hope you guys like these sounds. I hope that this is something that you guys are digging. See, I got an old computer. This thing takes so long to switch around, and it probably has caused a lot of frame rate drops. But anyway, I'll put the link for all 4 of these patches in a single TSL file. You download it into your Boss Tone Studio. You'll see it as part of your library. Download them all into one bank. You got plenty of user banks, and you can always get your user banks back. It's really easy to do that. They're just recreations of the presets that are built in, of the actual factory presets. So don't be afraid to take these and pop them in there. Hopefully this is something that you like. I wanted to kind of just take some of the sounds that I really liked out of this thing and tweak them some, make them maybe a little less muddy, a little more present, a little more usable for my ears. This is my interpretations of some of the really good sounds that the GX has to offer, and tones that can work well for me. So make sure you set your input levels right. Setting the input levels properly is going to allow the noise suppressor to react better to all of these patches, especially the high gain ones, or if you add some drive to the clean patches. So anyway, thank you very much. If you're new to the channel, this is me, Double D Guitar. Go ahead and hit that subscribe, and if you like my face and you want to see it all more often, hit that bell, and you'll get notified every time I put something up. Thank you guys. I appreciate you all being here. Take care.